Welcome to another episode of BZG's Talking Shit. My name, of course, is Barrett Courtney. As always, I am your host. And here, joined with me, are my great co-hosts and even better friends, the bisexist from Texas, Henry Montiero. What's up, Henry? How you doing today?
Great.
And, of course, in the middle, my favorite chunky punk, Ricky Baldazan. What's up, Ricky? How you doing today?
Great.
Ricky, you just got your ass torn in video game trivia.
No,
how does that feel?
I didn't feel anything.
No,
I don't recall such a matter.
Ricky won an award for best.
And if you don't know what we do here at Talking Shit, one of us brings in a topic of discussion. We talk some shit about that topic. And today, the topic comes from our good friend, Henry Montiero. Henry, what did you want to talk about today?
Nintendo, fix yourself.
Can you elaborate a little more?
Nintendo, fix yourself. Nintendo has problems. They need to be fixed by murder.
Okay. Any more elaboration that you do? Do you want to get the conversation going a little bit here?
I still don't get it.
Nintendo is screwing up with the Wii U.
Okay.
They're screwing up with their games.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Haven't we talked about this like a shit ton?
Yeah.
Now it's a topic.
Now it's a topic. It's never been a topic before. So you're of course referring to the Wii U as failing as a console with the numbers, and that's evident because I don't think they established any good games that actually needed the Wii U pad. You know, the first game that needed it, 3 years after it came out.
Yeah.
It was Super Mario Maker. Like, that's the first game that, like, I feel like, oh, the Wii U pad is actually necessary. And the Wii U came out in 2012. It's 3 years later. They're obviously, when they designed this hardware, I don't think they really had an inspired vision on it. And it's funny because I think the new president, I'm interested to see where the new president of Nintendo goes, because he even said, like, when they were working on the Wii U, he said it was, like, too similar to the Wii that no one's going to get into it. Are you laughing because of Wii U, Wii U, Wii U?
That is just Henry's face as he's talking. I can't fucking look at him.
Quack.
So, that's my, like, sort of opening thoughts on it. Like, Henry, like, what's your personal take on, like, where the company's headed?
I just want to tell this joke really quickly. Someone take Nintendo to the hospital. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. That was dumb, okay?
Do you have any things that you would want them to fix, or, like, what?
How about you actually start supporting the games that you make?
Okay.
Like, actually making, like, full-blown actual new games.
Okay.
Because it's like, think about their big franchises. Mario's doing fine. Pokemon's doing fine because it's just, like, the 3DS is doing great.
Yeah, the 3DS is doing amazing.
Yeah. But it's like Metroid. They haven't done a Metroid game since Other M, and they follow it up with Bombos. They followed it up with Super Metroid Soccer.
Yeah. Who the fuck knows what that is? I think they're honestly saving. E3 this year was definitely a disappointing year for Nintendo, and I think I think they knew they really had nothing to announce. So I think that's mainly why they weren't that big of a presence, but why they just did another direct, basically.
Yeah.
They knew, like, we don't have any super big announcements. Let's not even bother going to E3. Let's just record something and then send it to them, and that'll be it. Because I feel like they are working on a Metroid game. I think it is. I think they are waiting for the NX to come out for it.
Yeah. And then it's like, Zelda. The only support you've given for a Zelda game is a remake of a previous game.
Yeah, and that was on the 3DS, correct?
No, Wind Waker.
Oh, Wind Waker, of course, for the Wii U. But then you got Majora's Mask on 3DS.
I still need to buy those games.
And Ocarina of Time, also on the 3DS.
And then
both really good re-releases.
What's their last?
And I do really enjoy Wind Waker.
And their last really big franchise, Kirby. But
when is Kirby's a big franchise?
I don't know, it's like one of their top 5 mascot characters, but it's always the one people forget about, even though his games are great.
Seems like every time a Kirby game comes out, it's like everybody's crazy about it for like 2 seconds, and then it's like, oh, what is?
Yeah.
What is
wait,
Kirby?
Like,
Kirby's
The
not
last-
just a character in Super Smash.
Yeah.
like the last Kirby game they made was Kirby Canvas Curse, I think was the name of it. And it was like, this is just a remake of the Kirby game for the DS where he's a ball and you make a path for him, except now it looks like claymation.
Yeah. I remember seeing gameplay of that.
And then like with their other two, and then with like their newest big, like moderate sized franchise and like their old standby, Animal Crossing turned into like the least competitive Mario Party game ever. You traded. And then a Star Fox game that looks like it's for the N64.
Yeah. I think that's hilarious. Like, someone told me, like, well, it is an N64 game. Just because, like, Star Fox was best on the N64 doesn't mean it still has to fucking look like it's on the N64.
Yeah.
At one point, I was, it was interesting because I was listening to Kind of Funny's topic about this. I forget, like, what they called it, but it was, like, Nintendo, fix yourself, basically. And they were talking about possibly getting their old developers just out. You know, like, Miyamoto is probably the most recognized game developer of all time because of the innovation he brought when he was in his prime. He's obviously not in his prime anymore.
I like imagining that that Shigeru Miyamoto, they just like keep him in a room with like various toys, and whenever he like crawls to and starts playing with, they're like, that's our game.
That's it. It's like the episode of South Park where they're using the Family
Manatees.
Guy writers are manatees, and they just like use balls to
You
like...
think that's bad? Thanks, Muhammad.
So I really think they need to start bringing in like new blood into like the developer space, because I feel like, you know, Miyamoto, his time is up. You know, I still like, he's a great guy, and I think like, you know, they're doing like YouTube videos now of like him answering fan questions, and I think that's
Who's
fucking
Bowser's
awesome.
father?
No, mother. Yeah. Where you point at himself. I think that's a sign that Nintendo's trying to start communicating with their audience and their fans a little better. It's still not getting done what needs to be done, though. I think the NX really needs to go back to that core game, you know, like just console, you know, of like, it's a controller. You don't need to fucking move. You don't need to do all of this dumb shit. And actually, who's the American, like the main American head of Nintendo?
Reggie.
I think
The greatest man who ever
something that he said was very interesting. He said virtual reality has no prayer of staying in the game universe, and is one of the dumbest things he's ever seen. And I think that might be a sign that they are going back on move controls. That they might actually be going into it's just a fucking controller, you know?
Yeah. Which is funny because all their last two systems with just straight up controllers, those controllers kind of sucked. Like,
Yeah,
the
like
N64.
the N64 controller is pretty fucking awful.
Yeah.
And something I was actually going to bring this in as a trivia question, and if Ricky ended up finding this, like, he won't be able to use it anymore. But something it's relevant to this topic is the N64 controller was actually designed specifically for Mario 64.
Weird.
I know. I don't know, like, what made it necessary to have 3 fucking prongs and, like, have it awkward and fucking weird.
We need someone to test this controller. Hey, Crab Boy.
Yeah.
And then the GameCube controller is just
I
really
think that
weird
thing
looking.
had, like, way too many fucking buttons, to be honest.
Okay,
like,
It
let's
felt
see.
hollow.
yeah.
And also, like, when you held it, it's like
they always
the
felt
other
cheap.
two analog
They felt
sticks,
cheap as fuck.
The analog sticks on the bottom, like, your fingers would just keep, like, I can't get a full grip.
Yeah.
Why is there a Z button?
And then the Wii controller, like, it's weird that ever since, I feel like all of the controllers for Nintendo have been really, really cheap and really weak since the N64. I don't think it's ever been good since the Super Nintendo. Because I think the Wii U pad is, I think, the dumbest decision they have made. To be
I like
honest.
the PS4.
Yeah? Yeah.
That's cool.
You still have to admit NES best controller of all time.
NES or SNES?
NES, because it feels so perfect in your hands.
Yeah. No, PlayStation 4 controller feels pretty perfect.
Yeah. Other than my triggers. Getting
No, actually,
sticky.
the Xbox One controller is actually, I think, the best controller.
Atari 2600.
Shut the fuck up.
Dreamcast.
I think something that like Nintendo, I again the whole like we talked about this probably earlier in the year was DNA, their like whole partnership with DNA making mobile games. I think is also a good testament of maybe they're going into the right direction in the sense that they're letting other people have control of their property, which is something they've never really done before.
Except with the Philips CDI.
Oh right. But that was really, and yeah, look at that, and that's probably why they like.
Boy, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
Yeah.
Boy, it sure is boring around here.
So I think
Lamp oil.
that is an example of Nintendo slowly inching in the right direction. But they really, like the quality of the games are still great. You know, I like Super Mario, the new Super Mario Wii U or whatever.
Here, you want something that'll make people like go out and buy a Wii U? Make a genuine like Pokemon full console game.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
like-
I've been fucking saying that since like I was
Yeah.
a child. I've been
Like,
saying that since I
don't
played
do,
my
like-
first Pokemon game.
Don't do just like, oh, it's a battle system, but they're 3D like with Stadium or Battle Revolution. Don't do what Coliseum did where it was like, what?
I fucking hate Coliseum. And there are people I know who love that game, and I don't understand it. It's like a cock tease. It's literally
Oh, you
a
want
cock
your-
tease.
Why you
right
gotta
on
do
your-
it on me?
It's like
you want your Pokemon
Ricky's-
RPG? You want
Ricky's
your full
rubbing
Pokemon
his
console game?
belly.
Here it is. You can't capture Pokemon.
Ricky's like rubbing his belly on the tip of my penis. He's like,
no,
yo,
no.
you want some more of this? Too bad. And then he runs away.
Screw
That
this,
has
I'm reading my
never
comic.
happened once.
But yeah, it was just like,
Because it's like,
it was so close. It was halfway there. And I think a lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought that Legend of Zelda was going to save the Wii U, but even the Legend of Zelda is weirdly not a console seller. Have you noticed that?
yes.
And also, like, a lot of people thought Super Smash and Mario Kart 8 were going to sell a bunch of consoles, and they
Smash.
didn't. And if neither of those games are going to sell consoles, then nothing is for the Wii U. And that just shows that hopefully Nintendo is paying attention to the feedback of the Wii U, like Hideo Kojima did for Metal Gear Solid 4, where he changed so much going into 5 that going down to the core gameplay, like, it's fucking awesome, and that was like all of this focus. And hopefully Nintendo is sort of like that in the sense that hopefully they're focusing a lot on the criticism so they can take out all of the bad shit and put in like what we love as gamers.
You know what I think is the stupidest decision they made? Not from like, this is not going to go well, but like, why the hell haven't you done this? Can't get the original Pokemon games on like their eShop
Their virtual console.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole virtual console thing is dumb because they decided to only release like 2 at a time or something, and it's like just fucking put all of them up there. They're emulations.
But it's like so weird because it's like, do you realize how much money you'd make if you like,
And that's what the
kids
weird-
went on
that's-
a 3DS and it was like, you can buy Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah.
And people would be like, yeah.
Yeah, they'd fucking lose their fucking shit. And that's all I basically use the Wii U for is like the Donkey Kong 64
Fucking
emulation.
nerd.
Like or Mario 64 or
Ocarina
whatever.
of Takarina.
or Ocarina of Takarina. So
Padawan Academy. Padamy Academy.
I don't know, Ricky. Do you have anything to add of Nintendo Fix Yourself?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
I think we've covered
Another
it.
thing.
Yes.
Why can't they just release the RPGs over in America? Like, they have an audience. People are campaigning for like these 3 Japanese RPGs to come over here. And also, why the hell haven't they released Mother 3?
I mean, does Mother 3 really have a market?
Oh god, yes.
Are you sure?
Oh,
A
God.
profitable
People
market.
want this game
Like,
badly.
I don't.
like,
And
what?
that might just be because I'm outside the bubble, but I really don't see anybody really begging for a Mother 3.
Academy.
It's just like the reason they gave her why they didn't is stupid. They're like, oh, there's too much dialogue, and then they brought over Phoenix Wright,
Yeah.
which is nothing but dialogue.
This is how much I don't know about
Nintendo.
A lot of Nintendo. It sounds like you guys are talking about car engines.
Where's my Mother 3? Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, I think they really just, for this next console, they really just need to get back to the core gaming instincts. And they also need to be friendlier to third parties. They need to make their consoles stronger. The Wii U is probably the weakest console I've ever seen.
Yeah, I beat it up and it didn't even take it.
But see, like, no third-party games could run on that console, you know? I mean, you got, like, an NBL, ML, or fucking National Basketball League. Is that NLB?
NXE?
What's the basketball games? What are the basketball games called? Ricky.
NBA.
NBA.
The National Basketball Association. There you go.
To be fair, those games
I was
suck
like,
on pretty
do
much
you
every
live in
console.
America?
I don't give a fuck about
I
basketball.
don't either, but what?
I don't know.
Who needs those sports
I'm
games
tired.
when you have Mario Super Sluggers?
I think it had
Charged?
like one NBA game. I think it had Call of Duty, like one of the Call of Duty games.
You know,
Ghost
the funniest
probably.
thing? Let's just make Barrett do a Let's Play of Arkham Origins for the Wii U.
Great, because it's the Arkham Origins Recharged, or no, that's Arkham City, where they did like the recharge, where you go through all of Arkham City, but you have like a charged up suit.
Huh?
Shit looks dumb as fuck.
Stupid.
Stupid.
And that was today's topic of talking shit, which was Nintendo Fix Yourself, brought to you by Henry Montiero.
This entire topic was just tangents.
So thank you so much for joining us for today's talking shit. What did you think of our thoughts on Nintendo and their possible route in the future? You can leave your thoughts in the comments below. Did you like what we had to say? You can like that like button, share it with your friends, and discuss more about Nintendo. And you can also subscribe to our channel for future Nintendo stuff. Nintendo conversations and all that good stuff. And if you have any topic suggestions for talking shit, you can always find us on Twitter at baiazonagamers. You can find me personally at Banandler You can find Henry at Henrysaurus, and you can find Ricky at Baldazan96. And if you have any technical questions, you can always reach our
Technical Kidman.
Shut up. You can always reach our tech guy at 7Morris, but the O in Morris is a 0. You can see it in the description below. And I forgot to plug this on our last episode of Talking Shit, but if you like a podcast format of things, you can always check out our SoundCloud. That link is also in the description below. That's where we moved BCG News. As you might have noticed that we no longer do BCG News live on Twitch. We've now moved that over to SoundCloud. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out over there. And have I lost any more of my rigmarole? Let's check.
Have a wonderful day full of
No, that's it. That's it.
BZG News brought to you by Michael's Couch Hut. Where you want comfort for your butt, go to the Couch Hut across the street.
So thank you so much for...
We are sponsored by Answer My Eyes Johnson.
We are sponsored by Burgers Burgers. Name so nice you have to say it again.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Talking Shit. And until next time, have a great day full of shit talking and bomb bowling.
Couch hut.